Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't turn the channel. I have a story here for you. And this is an easy story. It's an I can read. It's an easy reader, my first reader books. This is Pete the Cat, the Scuba Cat. And James Dean wrote this book. And look at all the aquatic animals that are right here on the front. We have a little fish. We have a puffer fish. We have an octopus. And Pete the Cat is down there with them. I have not heard this story. I haven't listened to it because I know Pete the Cat stories are really, really good when they're narrated by the person who usually that does them. But I just wanted to do this for you to enjoy tonight, okay? This book was published. It's an I Can Read book, and it was published by HarperCollins Publisher, okay? Look at the seahorse. Here we go. Let's begin. Pete the Cat is excited. He is going scuba diving. Pete puts on a mask and fins. Here's the mask and fins. He has a tank full of air, and he hopes to see lots of fish. Well, if you are lucky, you might see a seahorse, says Captain Joe. A seahorse, said Pete. I can't wait. I've never saw one before. These ridges look like a horse's mane, says Captain Joe. So I guess he's talking about the ridges on the water. Okay, so here we go. Pete jumps into the water. Splash. Down, down, down he goes. And up, up, up go the bubbles. Pete looks for a seahorse. See, he's going down, bubbles are going up, and he's looking for a seahorse. Do you see anything in the picture? He sees a swordfish. Pete swims out of its way. I would be scared if I saw a swordfish. I would get out of the way too. But Pete is looking for a seahorse. Pete waves to a stingray, which is a kind of a shark with that long spiky tail. It has a long skinny tail. That's not a seahorse, thinks Pete. Pete looks high and low for the seahorse, and then he feels a tickle. He's looking for a seahorse, and he feels a tickle. What do you think that tickle might be? Pete sees a school of fish. They all look alike, all except one. That one doesn't look the same. It puffs up. It is a blowfish. It is not a seahorse. See there. Pete doesn't see that. Where could one be? Pete looks in the rocks. He's looking down in the rocks. What is that? It is an octopus. It has 8 legs. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is not a seahorse. Pete feels a tickle. What could it be? Like, what's tickling me? Pete turns and he sees a cave. Is there a seahorse inside, he wonders. Look on his fins on his feet. But he's wondering, is a seahorse in that cave? Pete sees a crab with claws. A seahorse does not have claws, Pete thinks. So he knows that is not a seahorse because you can see those claws. The cave is getting darker, and Pete feels a tickle. Let me see. Sometimes I get tickled under my arms or right above my knee, and sometimes on my feet. Do you see anything that might be tickling Pete? Then he sees an eel. Pete swims past it. It is too long to be a seahorse. Eels are long. I think they look kind of like a fat snake in the water. I've never seen one. except maybe at an aquarium, but I didn't pay too much attention. Oh no, it's too dark to see. How will Pete get out? Pete sees a jellyfish, and it glows in the dark. Now that's got to be amazing. Pete is almost out of the cave. He sees an angelfish. Oh, it is very colorful. Look up here still. What is Pete hoping to see and he's looking for? But that angelfish and that jellyfish, they sure are pretty. Pete is out of the cave. So why is it so dark? Pete is in a shadow. He is in the shadow of a whale. Yikes! You know, when you stand outside and it's sunny and then you see a shadow on the ground? Well, he's seeing this shadow in the water of this great big whale. But look right above his fins. Right there. Pete wishes he could jump on a seahorse and ride away. Pete hops on a sea turtle instead. It takes him to the boat. I did not see a seahorse, thinks Pete. And then he feels a tickle on his tail. You see that tickle? Hey, a seahorse, cries Pete. What a surprise. That was the one thing he wanted to see. You were with me all along, says Pete. Man, what a cool adventure. Now look, these are the animals he saw. He saw the puffish. He saw the swordfish. He saw the whale. I don't remember what this one was. That's something. There's a crab. There's the octopus. Here's the jellyfish. There's the sea turtle. There's the angelfish. And there's the eel. And there is the seahorse. And that is the end of that story. Remember, you always want to make reading fun. Grab a book. Grab a short one. Pick one about something you like, because we don't all like the same stories. But read it to someone after you practice it. Use expression and make it fun. A good reader can get good jobs. You can even own your own businesses if you can read well, because you have to be able to write and read and add money and subtract. So school is important. So please, when your teachers are bugging you about reading, don't go, "Urgh." Just go, okay, I'm learning something new. Moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandparents, help build your grandchild or your child's library, and the child in your life, their library. You can go to Goodwill, you can go to Salvation Army, thriftbooks.com. If you want Pete the Cat, now you're not going to walk into Goodwill or Salvation Army and just find this book. You're not going to stop by a yard sale looking for this book and find it. But you can go to books.com and put in, hey, I want Pete the Cat, Scuba Cat. And they will get it for you. Okay? Anyway, I hope reading was fun tonight for you. To my three, Hash Brown, Madiddlin, and Jumpin' Jack, Ganni says good night until I'll see you next time. For everyone else, here's a great big hug. If you like the story, you can hit like. And you can hit subscribe, and then you'll know when I upload more stories for you to listen to. I got a bunch to pick from. I have The Giving Tree. I have The Tale of Three Trees. I have The Story of the Lily. Horton Hatches an Egg. I have all kinds of stories. Just skim through my videos and pick one that you might want to look at, because they can be fun. Okay? Fox in Socks. I didn't do very good on that. It was a tongue twister rhyming book, but I still did it. I have a lot. Gift Bear for the King is one of my favorites. So anyway, good night. See you next time.